Hey everybody and welcome in. Happy Saturday. Welcome in Chantrell, Nature, Larissa, Cass, Tenacious Tallow. Thank you for the jewels too, Tenacious Tallow. And to anybody that's in here right now, I forgot before we got off live last night. I forgot to go back and shout out the rest of the people that sent jewels. But I appreciate everybody. I apologize. I gotta get better at going back and looking at everybody because I have them separate in the chat. So I'll be going back and forth, and I forget to go back and look at them. But I appreciate everyone. Mm. Let's go ahead and get started. But well, actually, before we get started, we got to do a little housekeeping. Um, I was just in the comments, I told y'all I read y'all comments on the videos, like the replays and stuff. Um, Hold on, let me get it pulled up here. So this comment, you don't never want no pushback with different opinions, gotta be realer than that. If people think Ronnie is the dad, then let them think that. For all any of us know, whether they've had an actual DNA test or not, no one that isn't them know the results. So to say Blueface is the dad is just as much speculation as them saying Ronnie is behind the scenes. Is that for a reason? Is that for a reason? No one knows anything about them people other than they all portray a disaster. So once again, and last night we had like a couple people come in and they had difference of opinions and things like that, right? Um, there's a difference, and I said this in the reply to the comment, but there's a difference between a difference of opinion and arguing fact versus fiction. I'm not sure why people are still on the train of thinking that there's no real information out here and that people from behind the scenes don't know these people and that they're not speaking. Um, this whole thing is an extremely deep rabbit hole. So if you have no idea about it whatsoever, you're not going to know where the information came from or anything like that. But I've said over here many a time, several times, and even today in this live, we're going to go over the people that, because there's really only two people on YouTube, and I'm not one of them. There's only two people on YouTube that actually have this information that I share. So the whole thing about them having a DNA test, there has been a real DNA test done. It's already proven who the father is. That's not an opinion. Who Junior's dad is isn't an opinion. I know y'all think that like Chrisean hasn't had a DNA test done, but if y'all honestly think that Junior is 3 years old and there still hasn't been a DNA test done, y'all are crazy. There has, and it was done a few days after Junior was born. Do they get on the internet and play like there hasn't been one done and nobody knows who Junior's dad is and stuff like that? Absolutely. But what goes on behind the scenes is not the same thing that goes on the front. And I keep trying to drive that home to y'all that this whole thing is way bigger than anybody thinks it is. Most of y'all think that this just started out as like a love story or like a typical ghetto love triangle or something like that. It was never that. And so you think like when people start talking about like Maury and stuff like that, that like it's just a big mess like that. This is way deeper and it's way bigger than a paternity test over a child that none of them want to like even want to parent anyway. It's way deeper than that. The test's been done, all that. So when people come over here and y'all are saying something that has already been proven not to be true, it's not an opinion, it's a fact. It just is what it is. So yes, I'm gonna push back when you come over here and you're telling me something that has already been proven to be not true. Yes, I'm gonna say something about it. I don't care if you guys have a difference of opinion. I've said that a million times. There are people that are currently in the chat right now. I'm looking at their comments that have had a difference of opinion from me, and they're still in the chat. A couple of them are even my mods. So clearly I don't care about if you have a difference of opinion or not. We can talk about a difference of opinion. It's fine. I don't care anything about that. That's part of the reason this channel is up here so that we can bounce ideas off each other and we can communicate about different things and have that discourse. But there's a difference between fact and an opinion. That just is what it is. So, I'm gonna leave that there. Second thing on the list. I am not asking anybody to be here. I've told y'all that before. If y'all do not agree with how I do my content, y'all don't agree with what I say, y'all don't want to watch someone who has a difference of opinion of you than you clearly, then you don't have to be here. I swear you don't. So for this person, soul search whatever in the chat, I'm sure you're in the back because in the comments, this is you replying to the comment that I just had up on the screen. You said that's why I stopped supporting this page. You didn't stop supporting anything because you're still here and you're still watching and you're still commenting. That's supporting my page. I don't know if like y'all are entertained by sitting up and watching someone that you don't agree with, you don't support, you don't like how they do their content. I don't know why that's a thing for y'all to just sit in somebody's chat and do this, but why? For you to say that you don't support my channel, but yet you're still here watching my lives and you're in my comments, you're liking different things, you're interacting, that's supporting the channel. All you have to do is click on my video to support the channel. If you don't support it, don't come over here at all. I will be okay. I say it at the beginning of every video. You can leave at any point. I will be okay, and so will you. So if you chose to leave, just stay gone. You don't have to come back and talk about you stop supporting the channel because you're supporting the channel while you're doing that. Next thing on the list. Difference of opinion. Opinion versus fact, like we talked about, right? This comment, Trapmore Ross has been doing videos speaking on Shepard Pratt along with the name and news footage of her murdering that single mother with that name you said was wrong because he's wrong. Trapmore Ross just started covering this Chrisean stuff a couple days ago. I don't even think he's a full 72 hours in. That name may I don't know what the actual pronunciation of her last name is, so I'm just going to say S. May S is not Chrisean's victim. It's not. Chrisean's first victim, their name has never been released at all, and it's still under federal investigation. But that name has never been released. There's no news articles on it that you can find, anything like that. There is nothing on the internet that you can find about that case. That's how important that case is. I don't know why y'all think y'all can come into my comments and you're telling me that like just because a bigger content creator is covering something and he's only been covering it for 72 hours, he's releasing false information. Like I don't get it. But that's it. I just wanted to go over those housekeeping things. All in all, if you don't agree with the content, you don't want to see it, whatever, just stop coming over here. Everybody's gonna be okay. Y'all don't see me in nobody's page that I don't agree with their content. I don't like their content. I don't like them. I don't like how they do their content. Y'all don't see me on nobody's page. Even when one of the people in the circus get online and they start talking crazy, I'm not over in their comment sections. Y'all will never see me in the comment section in Jaden streams or Blueface's streams or Chrisean streams. That's why I said I just watched the clips. I don't give nobody no support that I genuinely do not want to support. That's just that. Anyway, though, I do want to say too to my supporters that are actually over here because they actually like the content. They like being over here. Thank you. This channel wouldn't be anything without y'all. I appreciate y'all every single day. I don't even want to leave y'all out though. because I do appreciate y'all, and I hate that there's like so many people that come over here trying to distract and do all the extras. Cuz let me just say this one last thing, right? I know y'all want everybody to be like a common narrative content creator, but it's just not going to happen over here. It's not. If I don't like I don't care if it's whether it's my opinion or it's something that's fact. I'm never going to go along with a common narrative, and then just because you're in my comments repeating a common narrative and you haven't done half the reporting on this whole thing that I have, you haven't been following it as long as me, anything else. You want me to follow the common narrative because that's what all the popular content creators are saying. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. You know, if you can come over here and you have like actual hard proof of something and you want to present it and I'll look at it, I'll be more than willing to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But people send me stuff all the time. But this is my channel, so I'm gonna run it how I want to. And y'all don't have to sit in the comments talking about you don't support the channel while you're actively supporting the channel once again. But anyway, moving on. Let me get this off the screen. Now that that's over with, welcome in everybody that just came in. Mm, mm, mm. So today we got we're going to go over basically we're going over why Chrisean is the only one that's being looked at as well, why the media is only mentioning Chrisean instead of more people, or asking why, like, who else is involved. Because Chrisean was not just by herself in the unaliving of Ronny. We've talked about it over here several times before. I've done a couple videos on it. We've watched some of Peter's videos about it, things like that, right? But Chrisean was not the only one involved in Ronnie's murder. Was she the one that did it start with her? Absolutely. Absolutely it started with her. She was the cause of it. But she was not the one that just did everything by herself. So we're gonna go over that today. A few people who have been mentioned as being involved. We're gonna look at a couple of Peter's videos. And then what else do we have? And then we're just gonna go over Chrisean's uh Chrisean's plot on Blueface too, and who else is involved in that, because we talked about that over here before too. So basically today's live is just going to kind of be like a review pretty much. I don't have anything new. Pretty much everything I have we talked about before, but it's relevant now. So let's get started. Hold on. I think it's this video. I think.
No, don't record. No.
Just because they come from the hood, or they're a killer, or they're lying and they're a cheater and a thief, they can't come to God.
Or they're a killer, or they're a killer, or they're a killer, or they.
So this right here, when Peter does this, and we've talked about this before, but these three people that are like appearing on the screen, right? This is Ronny. This is Chrisean's first victim. So for those of y'all that are still saying that May S is Chrisean's first victim, no, she's not. That's not Chrisean's victim at all. That murder has nothing to do with Chrisean. This is her victim. This person's name has never been released before. Like you can't find anything about it on the internet. It hasn't been released, and it's for a reason. So this is her first victim. It's not May S. So that's what I was talking about in this comment right here, where somebody was talking about Trapmore Ross, and he was saying that the name I said was wrong. That's the wrong name.
Killer, or they're a killer, or they're a killer.
let me go back. Hold on. And so this is Chrisean's first victim. This is second victim. So this is Mr. V. Um, this is the unaliving that people mention. This is the one that Chrisean was talking about when she did that interview, and she was like, she said that she killed him, and then she switched up and said that Ronnie did it. This is the case that made her and Ronnie both informants. This is him. And then the last one, of course,
Killer or their killer.
is Ronnie. So those are her 3 victims. So the first victim's name has never been released. Okay? Um let's just keep going.
Or their killer.
Check it. I grew up a fucking screw.
So the first part was really all you needed, the important part of the video. Um and then let's go to, I think this one is the next one. Oh, no, we don't need that one yet actually. Let me take this one off. This is part of Blue. Um So yeah, those are her first 3 victims. I want to say this too. I don't know why people like think that Chrisean hasn't like already been under investigation since she's a federal informant, you know? But the reason it's taking so long and the reason I don't think a lot of people like realize that it's taking so long is because it wasn't just Chrisean. So like how Ronnie's cousin, that video that she did when she was talking about um how there was an active investigation going on. It's more than just one person, and it's not just in Baltimore either. Um Black sorry. Black Gypsy, Mayanne isn't Krishan's victim. That's false information. That's not her victim. She only has 3 victims. So the first victim's name hasn't been released. And then Mr. V and Ronnie. Those are her 3 victims, but Mayanne isn't her victim. I think what happened with the Mayanne story, because I've went and looked at the Mayanne story before. I think what happened with it that was that Krishan's first victim, her story is similar to Mayanne's as far as how she was murdered. And so Mayanne was listed as an unsolved murder. And I think a lot of people just said that since it seemed like that since that one was an unsolved murder, since they're both unsolved murders technically, no one's been charged for either one of them, that they just went with that. But this her first victim, nothing about her story is on the internet. Like there's no news articles about it. There's no none of that. So um yeah. But yeah, that's not Mayanne isn't her victim. You're welcome. So let's get in. This is the video that I was supposed to play. Let's get into this one. So her first victim, I believe she was 17. She was either 16 or 17, but I'm pretty sure she was 17. Um, and I want to say, if I remember right, don't take this as fact, but I'm pretty sure if I remember right, this is what was said, that Chrisean, she didn't suffer any legal consequences, obviously, but she had to go spend time at Shepherd Pratt afterwards. Um, but it's not, yeah. She hasn't gotten any type of legal trouble for it yet. But I'm pretty sure that she will. So, but besides that, there's no other information available for that case. So that's like all we can really talk about with it. Um yeah, the case was this that case was locked up. Mr. V's case is sealed. I think that's a part of the problem too with Krishan is that everything she does it gets sealed because she's an informant. So and then before she was an informant, of course, she had Sean Malone and ties to him, and he was helping her. So you can't just go look this stuff up. So there's only certain people that have any information about this on the internet, stuff like that. Besides that, we don't know anything about it, you know? Um, um, so in this video, we talked about this one before too, and I'm not playing the sound on it just because it has music on it, and I don't feel like going back and taking it out later. Um, so in this video, both Blueface and Krishan are walking together. And so if you look at the caption, right, it says, "Look at her walking with that necklace." So over here before we've talked about how Krishan's, and I haven't seen her with it recently, but that chain that had the pacifier on it, the allegedly Junior's chain, that was her wire basically. So when y'all would see her with the chain on, she was usually recording something. So see her walking with that necklace on, she know what that necklace do. Do her friends know what that necklace do? So the you can see it turned around on her. So the pacifier piece is on her back basically. And basically what Peter is saying is that she's making Blue think it's safe to walk around outside and talk about Ronnie's unaliving. Um and then you know what that necklace do? Krishan, the F, the B, and the I. You got him thinking that walking outside. Jesus, hold on. Basically, he's saying you got him thinking that it's safe to be walking outside and talking about Ronnie. Um, and then the shorts, the red shorts. So, like at the beginning of the video, he said, "Y'all mocking the death of KC wearing that red to prove a point." Now, over here before, we've talked about how, damn, I forgot to go get that video. The night Ronnie died, his unalivers were wearing all red. So, supposedly, when y'all see Krishan and Blueface here, they were mocking Ronnie by wearing red. And then the feds are listening to them talk, and Krishan knows it, and they have red on. So if y'all don't know, Krishan has put a Fed statement on Blueface, right? Saying that he was the one that had Ronnie unalived. Blueface did play a part, even from prison. So right here it says Blue issued the thing, but Whack paid the people the money. And that didn't come necessarily from Peter. That came from China. If y'all had been over here for a minute, but supposedly that was true. You know, China, she does a lot of lying, but supposedly it was true that Blue Blue issued it and Whack paid for it. Um, if you've been over here for a minute, we've talked about how basically everybody eats off of Chrisean. So when people ask like why would anybody else be involved in it or anything like that, is because everybody eats off Chrisean. And I've told y'all, we've talked about it a couple times over here as far as like who brings in the most money on views and things like that, right? Um, so kind of correlate that back to that, right? Like that's everybody eats off Chrisean. She's one of the main breadwinners in the circus is Chrisean. She's the one that brings in the views, especially with Junior. That's just her. So everybody's eating off of her, including Blueface, including Whack 100. Y'all know, well, I guess she's not anymore. I don't know. But y'all know Kim was Krishan's manager, and that was Whack 100's ex. You know, like they even though they play on the internet, like they're not all in cahoots together. Whack 100 most definitely is working with Chrisean. He has things going on with her, just like he does with Blueface. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. You wonder if she is part of all that stuff. I mean, she went to Diddy party. I was half expecting her name to appear in Epstein files. Um, I don't, I, I don't think there's ever been like any definite like confirmation that Chrisean was involved in Diddy's arrest, but it has been a lot of speculation because she absolutely was at his party. So I don't know. And then do y'all remember? So a lot of times when Chrisean records stuff, she's recording it for the feds. So y'all remember I want to say it was the Baddies reunion or something like that, but this was before Blueface went to jail. This was back when Chrisean's fans spammed Lemmy's page on Instagram because Lemmy wouldn't pay her $250,000 or whatever for the reunion. And so she was sitting in the back of a car or something, and she was talking about how Diddy had basically snatched Lemmy up. And that was basically her confirming that she stayed at like basically confirming an event that happened at the Diddy party, at a Diddy party. So I don't know. There's a very high chance that she was involved in it, but there's never been like any confirmation, of course. But I wouldn't be surprised at all. Um, you thought they were recruiting her to be a prostitute or escort? I mean, two things can be true at once. We know Chrisean is a whore. So she very they very well may have been recruiting her. Chrisean gets around behind the scenes, and I'm pretty sure I don't know if this is true or not either. This is just my opinion. But I feel like Chrisean, when she be going back and forth to Miami, I feel like she's going down there to do a little tricking too. Even that the Asian lady, what's her name? Zunday or something like that. She gives those vibes. Like she's a part of a prostitution ring or something. Allegedly. Like I said, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it is fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if any of it was true at all. Um just because you claim to have behind the scenes info still does not make it a fact. How do you know for sure if it's real? The reality is you don't know who the father is opinion, speculation. When I say y'all literally do not listen like at all, at all.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
Hmm. This is why Wack is over there talking with Act, trying to do damage control. Yeah. Yeah, because he's a part of it too. And these are just the people that have been mentioned so far, and then Quell, I don't know what his like actual. I don't think it's been said what his actual true involvement in it is. But this is just what's been mentioned so far. Um, she might have just sold some coochie to Diddy. She did say he was over there telling Lemmy to be nice and she just needs love and blah blah blah. I wouldn't be surprised. Um, yeah, the yacht party girl. Um, aren't the baddies being trafficked? That's another one of Krishan's assignments. Y'all remember when Krishan went back to baddies this last time and she had a little meltdown or whatever and all that shit. She was there doing an assignment on Lemmy too. Lemmy in the Zeus camp. So when y'all see that indictment, that indictment, Rico, whatever come up, just know Krishan was a part of that. Um but yeah, I've seen even before Krishan actually, there's been a lot that's came out about girls getting trafficked for Zeus Network and I forgot what that girl's name is. The one that she went missing and then they found her unalived. I forgot what her name was. But that was tied to Zeus Network. Um yeah, I just went ahead and got Karina up out of here cuz I've already spoke my piece on it. So if anybody else comes in today and they're repeating like the same subject and I've already said what I said about it, just go ahead and block them. That's all we're gonna do. We're not I'm not in the mood to do it today. You know? Last night was enough. I can see Rock taking part in some demonic type shit. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's her alley. Um I think we were done with this video. Yeah. But so there we got blue and wax part, right? And then we're gonna go to this. So this person, this isn't their real name or anything, but this was shouldn't say was. Technically, this is still Krishan's friend. She said she wasn't, but technically she is. Because she's still linked in with Tareen. Well, she might not be now that she went against Tareen too. Hmm. I don't think anybody's heard from her in a while. But she says catch the daddy at the corner store and he will tell you he be out there with his guys talking about it. So there's Eugene's attachment to it. And y'all know Krishan used to not really fuck with her dad like that. Like she let Blueface put hands on him that time or whatever. And then after Ronnie died, then she's like, "Oh, I gotta go check on my dad. I gotta go pull up on my dad, blah, blah, blah." And before Ronnie died as well, Eugene was also I think that was Quell actually that he was on the recording with, and he was telling Quell that Krishan was a mistake and blah blah blah. And basically he was acting like he didn't really like Krishan. But after Ronnie died, they're cool now. They're close. Um, and then the next one, we know how it went down. She went to the name, I won't say to get that done. They will tell you to your face they did it. Her daddy talks about it freely. He don't care. So they literally be running around Baltimore telling anybody that will listen that they're the ones that unalive Ronnie. And the person that she's talking about in this when she says she went to the name, I won't say to get that done, she's talking about Tareen. She's talking about Tareen. That's why I said now that she went against Tareen, I don't know if she's still cool with Tareen because she wasn't supposed to be in nobody's chat telling that. But she's talking about Tareen. So that's why Tareen is on the thumbnail too. So we got Blueface, Whack 100, Krishan, Eugene Malone, and Tareen. And then Quell, like I said, I don't know what his actual involvement in it is or anything like that. So, I don't know, but like I said, this is just who's been mentioned so far. I don't know who else is involved because there may very well may be other people involved in it, but this is what I know so far. Um, hold on. This is what I was looking for. So yeah, 3 bodies and a dog. I almost forgot about Blue Rock. But yeah, that's what we know so far because allegedly, it's been said that there's more bodies attached to Chrisean and not necessarily like she herself did them or anything like that, but that's where the whole setup queen thing comes from. It didn't just start with Blueface. I haven't heard of like any other confirmed names or anything like that. So I just know of the 3 bodies and the dog. And I don't think anybody else has ever mentioned like any confirmed names or anything like that from like her I would say, like, prior to 17 or so. Chrisean has been a menace since she was a kid. So I don't think uh, and then it's Baltimore too. She's never suffered any consequences for any of it. So a lot of people honestly, a lot of her victims, if she has more, which I wouldn't be surprised about at all, a lot of her victims are probably unsolved murders, honestly. Like, if she can do 3 already, I don't and then not only has she done 3 so far, but she's still planning to kill Blueface, and she's still working on unaliving her child too. So it wouldn't be a stretch at all to think that she has more than the 3 victims we know about already. Um, yeah, I like I said, I don't know what Quell's official involvement in it is, but I wouldn't be surprised at all, like, if he was right alongside Eugene doing it. Because I've seen a few people say that Quell was just trolling, and that's why the FBI is talking to him, detectives are trying to talk to him or whatever. But I don't think Quell was just trolling. I think he knows more than what he's trying to let on to. I don't think he was just trolling. And if y'all don't know who Quell is, Quell didn't just pop up out of nowhere. We met Quell back when Chastity's baby daddy got killed. And if y'all don't remember that situation happening, Cassidy and her baby daddy trauma. So, Luella's father, they were staying in a hotel. It said that they got in an argument about something. I don't remember what it was. But Quell left the hotel, walked to the gas station, and Charity Chastity, whatever her name is, called the police and told them that he had a gun. And basically, the police, of course, did like a felony stop type thing on him, and they ended up killing him because Chastity told them that he had a gun. So Krishan's whole family is on bullshit like this. She's not the first one in the family. So of course, when Krishan calls Tareen up and says, "Hey, I want this nigga gone," of course Tareen is gonna be with it because it's not like they're strangers to any of this. Um, he was there, he was the driver. Okay. I I can see that. Because I know they said something too, and let me see. I might give y'all a commercial break in a minute and see if I can go find this other video that I forgot to pull up. But it was said that he had to give like a signal. Eugene had to give like a signal or something. So that would make sense for Quell to be there to be a driver, for it to be Quell, and then Eugene was giving him the signal. Um mm, mm, if something happens to Blueface, Carlissa will be unleashed. I think Carlissa is gonna rejoice. I think Carlissa I just thought about something, right? So Krishan is waiting for Junior to pass away. And I told y'all last night that I feel like Carlissa is waiting for Blueface to pass away. when Junior passes away, not Carlissa, Chrisean is gonna be rejoicing behind closed doors, but she's gonna play the grieving mother role online, and I think Carlissa is gonna do the same thing. I think Carlissa is gonna use it as a moment to go up to get all these views and sympathy clicks and stuff like that, but I think she's gonna be very happy behind the scenes because I'm positive that Carlissa has life insurance policy after life insurance policy on Blueface. And we talked about yesterday how Carlissa, Dre said that Carlissa stole 300,000 from Blueface while he was locked up. Um, Fully believe that. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if like she's just waiting on him to pass away so she can collect on all these life insurance policies. Allegedly. Because I don't know if she had, I'm just saying that as my opinion. I don't know if she has any life insurance policies on him, but I'm pretty sure she does. I would not be surprised at all if she does. Um, but I feel like Carlissa is tired of Blueface, and like once again, like Dre said yesterday, um, I feel like she's trying to get rid of all of them because they don't like her and she don't like them. Her kids don't like her and she don't like her kids. I wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to get rid of all of them. Um, mm, mm, Yeah, Quell is looking stressed. I seen the clip where it seems like now he's talking to everybody on the phone, like trying to keep like a digital footprint of who he's in contact with, because I think he's scared that he's gonna be next. Um and then what the hell is her name? AJ. Um I seen Tareen said something about AJ too, and she told her consequences pending. Um, I'm not surprised at all. Welcome in, Brown Eyes. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. Um, I'm surprised. I am surprised though. I'm surprised that Tareen hasn't told AJ consequences pending a lot sooner. Y'all know she put the rose on the end and everything, so you know she means business. Um, Hopefully AJ is all right though. I don't No matter how I feel about any of these people, I'm not wishing death on nobody. I don't know none of them. I don't I don't get into all that. But so hopefully AJ is all right. But it seems like once Tareen is activated, she's in it to win it. So um I don't think Tareen is gonna say too much. I think she, because this honestly, this was the first time that I seen her come out and say something to anybody lately, actually. Um, and I think that's it. And I don't with them being under investigation, I don't know why Tareen would threaten somebody online again. It would seem like now would be the time to relax, but I think all these people have gotten away with bullshit for so long, they think they're gonna be able to keep doing it. So that's what gives Tareen the audacity to threaten somebody while there's an active investigation going on of a murder that she was a part of. I don't know. But that's her business. So it is what it is. Um Talked about this one. Oh, yeah, this one too. Her sister also said they already showed Ronnie's family the real DNA test and not the Zeus test. So once again, this was proven to be Krishan's friend, right? And this was a Malone family friend. So when y'all say that like nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes or anything like that, these people, this is like a prime example. That's why I put this up here, because this is a prime example of people like talking about what's going on behind the scenes. And uh, this person said this, right? But this was already like this had already been said like the longest time ago. So all she did was confirm it. She wasn't the first person to say this at all. She was definitely not the first person to say that they've already had a real DNA test done, that the internet doesn't know about it, and that Ronnie's family was shown those results already. Like, we already, and then once again, Ronnie's family has been telling everybody that Junior is not his son. I showed that other screenshot up here from Ronnie's aunt, and you know, I told y'all, people in the comments said, fuck what Ronnie's aunt had to say. They know for sure that that's Ronnie's baby. You know? We'll leave that there, though. We won't talk about Ronnie's, we won't talk about Junior's paternity anymore in this live. Hold on. Hold on, let me give y'all a commercial break, and I'm gonna see if I can go find this other video really quick, and we'll go over it really quick, and then we'll move into Blueface.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
What the fuck? It's like a remedial baby. Oh, yeah. It's like a slow ass baby. You know what I'm saying? You talking to a dumbass kid in class, nigga. Oh, yeah. Bitch, I said red nose or blue nose.
You're a red nose or a blue nose?
Blue nose.
If a dumpster could talk, blue nose, blue nose.
Are we going to Michael Jackson's house tomorrow?
Yeah.
You gonna water the giraffes and all that?
I thought they got the people for that. They got the people for that.
I wonder what this nigga is thinking right here. Cause I be like, yo, he talking to her like she just a special ed 5-year-old. Look, you wanna go to Disneyland? Yeah, bro, yeah. No, for real, you wanna go to Disneyland? No, stop. I won't go to Disneyland.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
What the fuck? It's like a remedial baby. Oh, yeah. It's like a slow ass baby. You know what I'm saying? You talking to a dumbass kid in class, nigga. Oh, yeah. Bitch, I said red nose or blue nose.
You're a red nose or a blue nose?
Blue nose.
If a dumpster could talk, blue nose, blue nose.
Are we going to Michael Jackson's house tomorrow?
Yeah.
You gonna water the giraffes and all that?
I thought they got the people for that. They got the people for that.
I wonder what this nigga is thinking right here. Cause I be like, yo, he talking to her like she just a special ed 5-year-old. Look, you wanna go to Disneyland? Yeah, bro, yeah. No, for real, you wanna go to Disneyland? No, stop. I won't go to Disneyland.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
What the fuck? It's like a remedial baby. Oh, yeah. It's like a slow ass baby. You know what I'm saying? You talking to a dumbass kid in class, nigga. Oh, yeah. Bitch, I said red nose or blue nose.
You're a red nose or a blue nose?
Blue nose.
If a dumpster could talk, blue nose, blue nose.
Are we going to Michael Jackson's house tomorrow?
Yeah.
You gonna water the giraffes and all that?
I thought they got the people for that. They got the people for that.
I wonder what this nigga is thinking right here. Cause I be like, yo, he talking to her like she just a special ed 5-year-old. Look, you wanna go to Disneyland? Yeah, bro, yeah. No, for real, you wanna go to Disneyland? No, stop. I won't go to Disneyland.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
What the fuck? It's like a remedial baby. Oh, yeah. It's like a slow ass baby. You know what I'm saying? You talking to a dumbass kid in class, nigga. Oh, yeah.
No. We can't get a class. We appreciate you coming up here. If you was like that, and then she recorded shit. No, don't record. No.
Don't grab my phone from me. 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 I don't give a fuck. You snatch my phone like some work ass bitch. Stop with this phone.
We can't get a class. We appreciate you coming up here. If you fight that, and then she recorded shit. Like, see? No, don't record nothing on me.
Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. I don't give a fuck. You snatch my phone like I'm some work ass bitch. Stop you this well.
No. We can't get a class. We appreciate you coming up here. If you fight that, and then she recorded shit. Like, see? No, don't record nothing on me.
Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. I don't give a fuck. You snatch my phone like I'm some work ass bitch. Stop you this well.
No. We can't get a class. We appreciate you coming up here. If you fight that, and then she recorded shit. Like, see? No, don't record nothing on me.
Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. I don't give a fuck. You snatch my phone like I'm some work ass bitch. Stop you this well.
All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make a surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again. Okay.
Give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why you not
lawful?
looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Is this funny?
Okay.
Alright. But,
Say that again.
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here. All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make his the bride.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why you not
lawful?
looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Is this funny?
Okay.
Alright. But,
Say that again.
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here. All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah,
Okay.
with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga,
Sorry, y'all. I couldn't find it on the computer. I had to go back and find it on Twitter. Hold on. Mm-mm. Welcome in, Black Orchid. Let me read y'all comments while this uploads. She emotional taking fake vows at a coat store. She wanted to be married to Blueface. That was her whole thing back then. Y'all remember the Deer Rock video? She wanted to be with her man. Nobody's ever marrying Chrisean. She was crying when they did the music video. Yeah. Deer Rock, that's the video. She was crying during that too. Y'all know Blue was her man. Welcome in, Queen T. How you get married? by a designer and believe it. Well, she believed the vows with uh the prison vows too. She don't care who does her vows. A mouse could do Chrisean's vows and she will believe it. Honestly, I'm convinced. I don't think she would have any rejections whatsoever to just anybody doing her vows as long as she can say that she got married. That's all it is. Um, Damn, y'all really fuck with. We love you, Black Orchid. We love you in here. We really do. Um, you're not. Well, I guess I've been up here for like an hour. We spent like I don't think we really gotten like too deep into anything. I told everybody this is kind of like a review live today. We're not nothing new was being released or anything like that. We're just kind of going over stuff we've already talked about before. Like who all was involved. Well, so far who all has been named to be involved in Ronnie's unaliving. And then we're gonna go over Chrisean's plot on Blueface next. Here's the video that I was gonna show from Peter though.
Beyond the yellow lines, beyond the yellow tape. These niggas jump out 2 cars deep, man. 3 niggas shoot.
So I got the floor. Girl. Terrain wanted this. Look, this is Terrain. This is the floor. You got the floor, Terrain. You seized your moment. I feel like everybody trying to kill her. No. Y'all really want to kill me.
That nigga got hit.
She been wanting to not. What?
So, in the beginning of the video, hold on, let me turn the sound off. So this is the video of Ronnie's crime scene. So like when the paramedics are out there and the police and everything like that. And it's just obscured, but that's the video of Ronnie's crime scene. And y'all know, do y'all remember who it was that announced that Ronnie had passed away? Like who it was that broke the news to the internet? Do y'all remember? Thank you, KTJ. I appreciate it. Whack 100. How would Whack know that Ronnie had been unalived and had pictures and videos and everything from the crime scene? And he wants to play it off as, oh, I just got people everywhere. So you just happen to have people everywhere, so much so to the point that you have somebody that is on the crime scene a few minutes after Ronnie got shot. You just happen to have somebody there that sent you that information, that sent you the pictures, videos, everything. It just so happened, like early in the morning, late at night, it just so happened that somebody that knows you and has a direct line to you sent you that information first thing in the morning. You had it so quick that you were the first one to announce it. I'm just saying, allegedly, of course. Well, not even allegedly, because he was the one that announced it. So we're not even going to put allegedly on it. How are you not a part of something, but you got the first drop on it? you know? Anyway, um, so let's get past. Oh, actually, hold on.
These niggas jump out 2 cars deep, man. 3 niggas shoot.
So he's at 3 niggas shooting, and there's Eugene there. And then supposedly this is the signal that Eugene was giving, was lifting his leg.
So I got.
And then this part right here, the red, this was already discussed. The people that unalived Ronnie, they were in all red when they unalived him. And y'all know Chrisean's family, they love doing that all red roses bullshit. So every time it's consequences pending from Tareen, she's doing the red rose thing. Anytime they're mad at each other or something like that, y'all see the red roses come out. That's their thing. And then we got Tareen.
So I got the floor, girl. Tareen wanted this. Look, this is Tareen. This is the floor. You got the floor, Tareen. You seized your moment. I feel like everybody trying to kill her. No, y'all really want to kill me.
That nigga got hit.
She been wanting to not. What?
And then so I'm not gonna get into like anything else from the like this stuff because I don't know anything about this. Aside from the fact that Chrisean was involved in a lot of shit when she was a teenager. But I can't speak on Mr. Politician is Sean Malone. Once again, Sean Malone is not Chrisean's dad. That was the nigga she was selling coochie for and doing all kinds of other crimes for when she was a teenager. And into her 20s up until maybe probably like a year or so ago. But that's why he was helping her because she had dirt on him too. Y'all, Chrisean has dirt on everybody. So when y'all wonder how it is that Chrisean be getting away with certain shit and people just be letting her slip and slide everywhere, it's because she has dirt on everybody. And because she's an informant. But Chrisean be blackmailing the hell out of people. But yeah, Sean Malone is not her dad. That was her we'll just say her sugar daddy, but that's not her father. But they've done all kinds of shit together. Lisa too. Anyway. Yeah, that's not her dad, but since we're on the topic of who Chrisean like looks and stuff like that, and this is just for funsies, but Chrisean's dad is mixed. And her mom is, I think her mom was like black and Native American or something like that. But their dad's side of the family, they're mixed with like Irish or something like that. So when people look at Sean Malone, if you really look hard at this man, you can tell that he's mixed with something. And all it did was come through with Chrisean and Taseki. Because if y'all seen, I don't have a picture of their grandma, but if y'all have seen this man's mom, Taseki especially looks just like that woman. Light skin and everything. But yeah, that's not, Sean Malone isn't her dad. Welcome in, Rachel. Welcome in everybody that just that came in recently. Eugene and Sean have the same last name. That's why people think they're related. And that too is, but my thing with that, right, is in a way it's like I can see how people would think that, but at the same time, we're just saying that Taseki, well, not even Taseki, because most of the time people don't even bring up Taseki. They just talk about how Chrisean is Sean Malone's daughter, right? But Chrisean has what I want to say, is it 4 or 5 other siblings that also have the same last name as Malone, and nobody thinks that they're Sean Malone's kids. Those are just Eugene's kids because of their skin tone, you know? But I don't know. I don't, the reason, because I agree with you. That's one of the reasons that people talk about, because Chrisean is light skinned and then they have the same last name. Those are usually the 2 reasons that people say Sean Malone is his daughter. But well, Sean Malone is Chrisean's father. Those are usually the 2 main reasons that people give, because she's light skinned because of the last name. And I gotta just leave people alone from there, because it just doesn't make sense. If you come from a whole line of people, you have 5 other siblings that have the same last name as you, but then you're the one exception and you have to be this man's daughter because y'all have the same last name. And she also has the same last name as her actual father and her siblings, but she just has to be this man's daughter because they have the same last name. And then because she's light skinned, but there's hella light skinned people in her family. You know, we gonna leave it alone. Where do we want to go next? I'm gonna give y'all another commercial break. Let me go get some water and then I'll be right back up. Damn, we need new commercial breaks, y'all. Here, just watch Blue and Chrisean again. I'll be right back. I won't be long.
All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah, with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes.
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
Yes, it's funny.
Okay.
Alright. But,
Say that again?
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make his the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here.
Let's go ahead and move over into Blueface and Chrisean's plot on Blueface. So we'll start with Peter. Her next assignment is Tonka. If y'all don't know, Peter calls Blueface Tonka, and that's what it's that's what it's all about. They're gonna move her around until his bitch ass fall for this clown again, and how it began, right? So Blueface is currently Chrisean's assignment. Throw that clown away and get a new one. Where do we want to go next? Let's go listen to Chrisean real quick.
That weird shit, I told him, you gonna die. He ended up dying. Not because I wish, because you gonna die before I die. I just felt it. You could feel when somebody about to die. Because when Karan was doing that weird shit, I told him, you gonna die. He ended up dying. Not because I wished it on him. It's just you can tell where people is going. Or if you got a gift or discernment, you could tell what certain shit is. So when I say the truth, y'all try to paint me like I'm a fucking genie. Or I could just be wishing death on people. No, that's just what it is, because that's all you're putting out. You're harming the next individual. Because you're gonna die before I die. I just felt it. You could feel when somebody about to die. Because when Karan was doing that weird shit, I told him, you gonna die. He ended up dying.
Not because I wished it on them. It's just you can tell where people is going. Or if you got a gift or discernment, you can tell what certain shit is. So when I say the truth, y'all try to paint me like I'm a fucking genie. Or I could just be wishing death on people. No, that's just what it is because that's all you're putting out. You're harming the next individual.
So y'all heard Chrisean, and y'all know Chrisean has, since Blueface has been out of prison, especially, Chrisean has made multiple threats towards Blueface. Y'all remember she said that she was gonna, well, she wanted to drive a car through his house and shoot him in the face and all the extras, you know. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, so y'all, we know how Chrisean feels about Blueface for real. So don't be fooled by all this them linking up in Miami and doing all the extras and whatnot. Chrisean hates Blueface. She absolutely hates him. It's really not love at all. Chrisean hates that man and she wants him dead. But anyway, where we want to go next? I think this is the video that I was gonna play next. Hold on.
She with the bloods tonight. 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 She with the bloods tonight.
So we start from the beginning. Hold on. So this first part right here where he says something about a bloodline of terrible women. This woman on the left or whatever, that's Chrisean's grandma. And if y'all haven't, I want to say Peter still has the videos about Chrisean's grandma and Charla and stuff like that up on his page. Y'all can go watch him, and it really does low-key explain where Chrisean gets her behavior from. It just in her DNA. Because Chrisean's how she lives and the things she does and taking men out and doing the most, her ancestors were doing the same thing. So the apple did not fall far from the tree at all. But here we got 33K. And y'all know we've talked about before how 33K and Chrisean are business partners. And then he's talking about how Chrisean got a train ran on her. 6 men were involved. But here, I swear I wasn't trying to casually brush past that, but it's we're not talking about Chrisean and her whorish behavior today. So it says she paid men to kill him. Let's see if it falls through. And then on the note, it says job, take him out, and it says $60,000 deposit. Remember that for just a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna go to the $60,000 deposit in a second. Deposit on his life was paid. And then it says 304 have to dish out the final $90K to complete the transaction. So she hasn't paid the final $90K yet. Just like the granny. So that's a part of the videos that I was talking about, like her family or whatever. And then more just like her granny.
With the plus tonight.
Yeah, that's the end of it. But so $150,000 is the price on Blueface's life. So yeah, 33K has been involved for quite some time. Let's actually go to where is it at? This video right here.
Okay, I'm chill.
Get up, like sit regular though.
I'm.
What are you doing?
Don't do.
Listen.
You are like, listen, Papa. Why you? First of all, it's the time.
Okay. See you in the front. Come on.
It's not that serious. It's not.
So we talked about this before over here too. A lot of people thought when this video came out, this was when Chrisean was hanging out the window screaming, "Thank God for the wire," and blah blah blah. This is when she finally got her money for the for her doing Zeus, right? And people seen 33K in the car counting this money, right? Let me play it over. You see he has, well, you see Chrisean first. But he has the money in his hand. Y'all remember he was sitting in the car counting up. And people were outraged because they thought Chrisean just gave him a bunch of money for no reason. Like, you know, Chrisean, she loves to give her money over to niggas. Chrisean is a trick herself. Chrisean is the prostitute and the trick. So people thought that she was just tricking again, but no, she owed him this money. She owed him this money. So this is the transaction. This is a transaction. This isn't her just giving him money just for being around. This is because she owed him this money for a favor. And then we'll go here with it. So I posted this on Twitter back in June. I was so outraged by the celibacy journey lie. I missed the lie about spending $90,000 on a tattoo removal. It don't cost that much, and it don't cost anything for you because you having it done in exchange for promo for the business. This bitch lies so bad. How you spend $90,000 on it when you were homeless living in a car when you started. So, like I said before, sometimes y'all got to go back and like revisit shit that Chrisean does and says, because a lot of times she's just snitching on herself, right? So I had to put it together, right? The tattoo removal is a symbol for her journey to getting rid of Blueface. That's the tattoo removal for Chrisean. So like how the tattoo is somewhat gone now, and she's paid $60,000 on the deposit, but then she got online and said that she's spending $90,000 on the tattoo removal. The $90,000 is the rest of the money that she needs to completely get rid of Blueface. So that's what she means when she says she spent $90,000 on a tattoo removal. Let's go to Chrisean next.
And I got my baby Binky, and then my Chrisean rock one, the Crazy in Love one, that chain, I gave it away to one of my friends. Don't remember what's his name? The light-skinned baby? Darion. I call him Darion. This one, my Chrisean rock one. And you know that other one I gave away to PD the Cross. I just be giving stuff away. But
Yeah, but I got some little humble stuff. I like gold now. Yeah. I put my jewelry on, and I got my baby Binky, and then my Chrisean rock one, the Crazy in Love one, that chain. I gave it away to one of my friends. Y'all remember what's his name? The light-skinned baby? Darion. I call him Darion. This one.
So, y'all hear how she said she gave the Crazy in Love chain away to a little light-skinned baby named Darion. The little light-skinned baby named Darion is $33K. So this was, again, Chrisean snitching on, like, how she made the payment, shit like that, right? And then if y'all remember, 2 weeks ago or whatever, when Chrisean was linked up with Blueface and she was talking about a $60,000 necklace or whatever. This is all stuff that's linked together. This is literally Chrisean talking to the boys, basically. And telling on herself and telling on everybody involved. Like, yeah, it's it. Cause she just does this shit. And mind you, she's an informant. They know everything that she's doing already. Everything is getting recorded at all times. So all they're letting her do is basically build RICO cases against herself. And Chrisean, part of her shit is, right, she's just been getting away with so much bullshit for so long. I truly think that she's convinced she can just do whatever. Because so far, that's what they've been letting her get away with. I think they're just letting her build up an extremely extensive RICO case against herself and everybody else who's excuse me, everybody else who's involved, basically. Where do we want to go next? Hold on. That might actually be it. I don't think I have anything else for Blueface. Let me see what y'all talking about. She's fucking stupid. I think she's just she is, but I think she's extremely just brazen now. Like she don't care no more. She's been allowed to get away with shit for so long. She don't care what she do now. They letting her apply to unaliving on Blueface and not doing shit. Yeah, because Blueface, well, I'm gonna state this as my opinion, right? Blueface, we talked about yesterday and a few other times about Blueface's PDF allegations, right? So the government already has an eye on him too. The feds already have an eye on Blueface, right? So we talked about like the ring, the prostitution ring allegedly that Dre was talking about and Blue's role in it and stuff like that, right? I don't think that they really care if Blueface is unalived at this point, honestly. And this is the federal government we're talking about. So we can't have, like an excessive amount of trust in them. However, given the things that Blueface has been alleged to have been done and been a part of, I don't think that they really care too much. Cause honestly, right? Say Blueface gets convicted for CP or doing something to a child or something like that, right? They're going to kill him in prison anyway, most likely. So it's kind of like the hell or jail thing comes back into place. Like, does it really matter at this point? Almost like they're willing to sacrifice him to basically put Chrisean away, pretty much, if that makes sense. And that's just my thinking. I'm not stating that as fact. It's just my thinking. Life insurance, yeah, Chrisean. I should have went and got that video too, where someone else from behind the scenes, someone very important from behind the scenes, was talking about how Chrisean has a life insurance policy on Blueface. I'll have to find it and we'll look at it probably the next time we go live or something. He needs to stay away, but he can't. She already made a statement against him to the feds. Yeah, she got the Fed statement on him too. So here's the thing. Here's why Blue being around Chrisean is so egregious, and why I keep saying that I think he just doesn't care about living anymore, is because she put a Fed statement on him. She has a $150,000 bag on his head. All she need to do is come up with the last 90,000 to finish it off, and then it's a go. And then what else? She got the life insurance policy on him to make sure she gets paid from his demise. And he's still just hanging out with her. Is she's threatened to kill him? I don't know how many times, but I don't get it. I lost the comment and I meant to mark it, but somebody mentioned something about Nevaeh in superior safety with Chrisean. If y'all are still in here, whoever made that comment, can you make the comment again? I'm sorry. I meant to put a little star on it so I could go back to it. The way she threw Ronnie up under that bus, all that projecting she was doing. Yeah, Chrisean has a lot of nerve. She does. And it's almost like it's low key the same thing. Like, she's gonna do the same thing with Blueface too. Like, just act like they never did anything for her. Ronnie, if we're gonna be real about it, I think Ronnie was the only person that literally has ever cared about Chrisean at all. If we're gonna be completely honest, like, just truly cared about her and truly loved her. Because I don't think, like, Chrisean's family, I don't think any of them like or love each other the way they talk about each other. It seems like the only time they like each other is when some money is involved. But besides that, the way they come online and expose each other, the way Chrisean talks about her siblings' kids and shit like that, I don't think they like each other. But I think Ronnie is the one person that was willing to do anything for her. I think he's the one that genuinely loved her and genuinely cared about her. And unfortunately, she didn't care, and she took him out the world. And Ronnie did not. To me, Ronnie didn't have to die. He didn't. I think Chrisean, he, as always, just flew off the handle and just started making these stupid ass decisions, and it happened. But there's really no reason why Ronnie had to die, because what Ronnie was getting ready to expose, Chrisean had already told on herself before anyway, multiple times. Because he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't going to expose anything about a DNA test or anything like that. This was a completely different situation. But Chrisean had already told on herself. The feds already knew about it. The victim's family already knew about it because she was taunting the victim's family. She had already told on herself, so there was absolutely no reason to take Ronnie out for it. But that was her way of thinking. And then everybody else that was involved, they were afraid of Chrisean not feeding them anymore, basically. Because once again, everybody eats off Chrisean. If Chrisean and Junior if we want to talk about like clicks and views right now, if Chrisean and Junior were not involved at all, the circus really wouldn't be a thing for real. It really wouldn't. Just to be completely honest. And I'm not saying that as like a flex to Chrisean or anything like that. I'm not. But Blueface on his own, going back and forth with Jaden, nobody cares about that shit. Jaden, she got her platform from Blueface, so nobody will be paying attention to her. I don't know whether or not Nevaeh would actually be a part of this. She might be. I don't know. Well, she probably still. Well, no. I don't know if Nevaeh would be a part of this if Chrisean and Junior weren't. Well, Junior don't even matter, honestly. And it from a sense of like if the circus would be a thing still. To a certain extent, it kind of is, but Junior is more so exclusive to Chrisean, not actually the circus as a whole. I'll say that. But yeah, I don't think the circus would still be a thing if it wasn't for those two. Blue said she acts off impulse. She does. She does. Chrisean is extremely impulsive. She just does shit that makes no sense whatsoever. She does shit that she can't take back. She don't that's how she leaves a trail of just destruction and chaos wherever she goes, because she doesn't ever think about the shit that she does before she does it. Just like Chrisean has, what is it, 5 or 6 active lawsuits right now. Every single lawsuit she has right now is because she acted off of impulse. She didn't stop to think or try to regulate her emotions or anything else. It was just her acting off impulse, putting her hands on people, and people are suing her, including one of her own fans. Chrisean is being sued by right now. Um, she was the first main act. Yeah, that's true. Because nobody, honestly, right? The circus didn't really even get started until Blue Girls Club got started, and that was in 2020. But Blueface already had a quote circus going on before Blue Girls Club. I wasn't around for that part. I've kind of been able to go back and see like a little bit about it, but a lot of the stuff is gone now, or there's just so much piled on top of it that you can't find it. But Blueface had his own little circus going on before Chrisean, and nobody was paying attention to it. Back when it was just him and Jaden and Jiggy and whatever other random girl they could find, it was already going on. But nobody started paying attention to it until Chrisean got involved in it. Um, and once again, that's not me like sticking up for Chrisean or giving her some, her tens or anything like that, because the circus is bullshit. Over here, if you're new, the circus is TPI Island. It's very trailer park. Nobody's trying to be a part of this shit that has any common sense whatsoever. So I'm not giving Chrisean any like special recognition or anything like that. People only started paying attention to her because she was a train wreck. Because there's something clearly wrong with her. It wasn't because she was some shining star or anything like that. It was because something was wrong with her and people wanted to know what was going on. You know? Is Jaden involved in any of the Ronnie stuff? I don't think so. She might know like a few details. I don't know. And this is just my thinking. I'm not saying it as fact, but she might know a few details if Blue has told her anything. But then at the same time, it's been rumored too that Carlissa was played some role, and I don't know if that's true either. So that's allegedly. I'm just saying what I've heard. So if there is a chance that Carlissa was actually involved in it, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Jaden knew like a few details about it, but I haven't heard anything about Jaden like straight up being involved in it. And I really don't think she is. There was a clip, I think I scrolled past it like a week or so ago. I was trying to do like 8 things at once, and then I accidentally refreshed my feed and I lost it. But somebody had found a clip of Jaden saying something, and supposedly it was supposed to be shade towards Ronnie. And I meant to go back and try to look for it and see exactly what was said. I'll have to do that too, but I hadn't heard anybody else talking about that either. That was the first time I had ever heard of it. So I'll have to go back and find that clip and see what she said, but I don't know, but I don't think that Jaden is actually involved in it. She gave a chain of $33K into PD form of payment. Who the fuck just gives away change and is homeless? Also around the same time Ronnie got murdered. That's Chrisean. She don't what Chrisean, we've kind of talked about over here before what Chrisean does with her money, but none of it makes sense, because if we're going to be honest about it, Yeah, Chrisean has like dues she has to pay, and Chrisean gets I'll say she gets taxed for a lot of her money that she makes because she owes a lot of people. People that aren't known like to the general public or anything like that. Chrisean has done a lot of dirt behind the scenes. But even after she pays her dues, she never really, from my understanding, she never does anything that makes sense. Like she spends the money on drugs. Those I think it's 4.3 or 4.4 million followers that she has on Instagram. She pays for her followers. Like she pays to be able to say that she has 4.4 million followers, even though the views on her live never match or anything like that. That's what she spends her money on. Um, so even, her giving away her chains while she's homeless, I wasn't at all surprised by that because she don't care about shit like that. Even back when we talked about it a few times, like back when her and Blue, like around the time they first really started dating, whatever you want to call it, Chrisean used to pay $20,000 a weekend to Blueface for him to stay with her instead of going home to Javon. That's what she does with her money. Just a bunch of unnecessary dumb shit. Chrisean, by now, because she's been around since 2020, but she started getting like more popular sometime in 2021. If she had been doing like the right things with her money and had some kind of financial advisor and she wasn't just giving it away and blowing it on drugs and a bunch of useless shit, Chrisean could be living completely different than she is right now, but she would have to be a normal person, of course. But Chrisean is just a demon, just running around doing whatever. She don't care about nothing. So yeah, that's what she uses her money for. Is Chrisean literally uses her money for a bunch of fraud and evil shit. That's all Chrisean uses her money for. Drugs, to put hits out on people, buy followers to make it seem like she's bigger than what she is. That's what she uses her money for. That's Chrisean. That's Junior Mama. Yep, just a bunch of bots. And if you ever like just want a little amusement, right? If you go to Chrisean's like following or whatever, or you even look in her comments sometimes and just go through the accounts. Like just go to her comment section and look at the accounts sometimes, right? You can tell that they're bots. They're not a lot of her comments are bots. They're not real accounts. You just go on any posts and scroll down like towards the bottom, just keep scrolling and it just turns into a bunch of bot accounts. Like that's what she wants to use her money for though. The girl not bright at all. She has a childlike mentality. Yeah, just what did Wax say? She 14 years old in the head or something like that. And that makes Wack crazy too, because you contributed to her bullshit trying like by getting Ronny up out of here, helping get Ronny up out of here, playing a part in it. But then you have the nerve to tell her she's 14 years old in the head. How you let somebody that's 14 years old in the head, how do you let them become your co-defendant? You know what I'm saying? Like all these people are jokes. Right, like when she was surfing with little Junior sitting in his baby stroller while she spends money on surfing lessons. Yeah. I don't even know the actual, how she said she spent what, like $1,200 on surfing gear or whatever. I don't even know if she actually did that or not. Cause after she said that, y'all remember she was crying in the car talking about cowabunga or whatever she said. And then we never saw the surfboard or anything else again. So did she go buy all that shit and then just leave it somewhere? That wouldn't be like a stretch to think either, because she doesn't care about it's like she doesn't have it's like Chrisean wants all this money and fame and fortune and stuff like that, but she has no concept of how money works, nor does she put like an actual true value on it. Because she spends all her money on bullshit. There's no way that if I had the opportunity to make $150,000, there's no way I would spend $150,000 just to get rid of somebody else. To get rid of a person that literally probably would have ended up just sending themselves back to prison for real. Because honestly, if Jaden was really about like holding Blueface accountable, Blueface exposing her sex tape and all that extra shit, she could easily send him back to prison, and that would just be that. But Chrisean is spending $150,000 to get rid of Blueface. She couldn't even put it all down at one time. She had to put the hit on layaway. That's the crazy part. You're so desperate to get rid of this man, you had to put a hit on layaway. And didn't we a few weeks ago, I put that picture up from 33K's story where he was talking about how he need the rest of that money and he said niggas was starving. So clearly you went over, your dates for payment. But to take $60,000, even just $60,000, and you just were living in a car. To take $60,000 of your money to put a hit on Blueface is insane. There's so many other ways you could have spent that money. Like now that she got a place to stay, and hey Natty Red, now that she got a place to stay and all that, she could have, decorated her apartment. She could have bought herself some new clothes. She could have finally gave Junior a room, decorated Junior's room, spent the money on something for him. We know she wasn't gonna do that no way, but I'm just saying. She could have did so much more with $60,000 than to pay for niggas to kill Blueface. Or if she was that serious about it, she could have just did it herself. But because it's not like it will be your first time unaliving somebody. Nowhere near your first time. So why not just do it yourself instead of paying somebody else $150,000 to do it? I don't understand it. I can't understand it at all. Yes, layaway, Tanya. Put that 60,000. She put that 60,000 back and put that 60,000 down and ain't been back to 33K since with the rest of it. She been gone so long, 33 online telling her, we hungry. Where is it? Where's the rest of the money? Chrisean is an idiot, bruh. She's a straight up idiot. She's so evil. She's so evil. Like, I've never seen somebody that is just so desperate to do weird, evil shit. Everywhere she goes, it's an issue. And then you have the nerve to be putting hits out on people. And actually unaliving people on your own. Because her first two victims, Chrisean took her first two victims out by herself with no help at all. But then Ronny, you put a hit out on him. And then Blueface, now you put a hit out on him. And then Junior, you're basically just long haul killing him. With all that starving and neglecting and not getting him help and shit like that. Like, Chrisean is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it's extremely wasteful. It is extremely wasteful. And then here's my thing too, right? She's so spooked about Ronnie's murder and trying to get away with Ronnie's murder and stuff like that, right? And it's clearly causing a cloud over her life. And you would think that most people would be like, damn, I fucked up. I'm never doing nothing like this again, right? But even though she already knows that she's under investigation, she knows what she's done, she knows who all is involved, all that shit, right? She knows everything. She knows that she's a part of this. Instead of trying to just focus on dealing with the situation or anything like that, she chooses, while she's already under investigation for a murder, she chooses to put a hit out on somebody else while she's already under investigation for a murder. Do you know how just completely thrown off you have to be and how careless and just that's why I say I think Chrisean has been getting away with this shit for so long that now she just doesn't give a fuck anymore. Cuz it really is extremely crazy to already be under investigation for a murder and then have the nerve to put out another hit while you're under investigation. And then put the shit on layaway. I can't sometimes, like, when I really, like, break this shit down, it just I can't. I cannot. This is a different type of demon. Like, when they say demons walk amongst us, they're talking about Chrisean. They're absolutely talking about Chrisean. Legend has it's a missing tooth of the part of the Nation of Islam now. I wanna know how many teeth Chrisean has had to replace that missing one. That's what I wanna know. And where is Dr. Trev at? Does he still hold on? Let me go see if I can pull him up real quick. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so he does still have his practice. He's just not messing with Chrisean no more. Good for him that he learned his lesson though. That's great for him. Hopefully he didn't get himself involved in any future cases or anything like that while he was dilly-dallying around with Chrisean. But I think that was was that the last time we seen them together when she had his clothes on and she didn't have no underwear or nothing under it and her cooch was all out? I'm so ready for her to be put away. That's the only reason I keep up with this. Yeah, me too. I just wanna I wanna see the ending. Um and what happens. I don't think I don't know what's gonna happen to Chrisean because it almost seems like for all the shit Chrisean has done, it almost seems like prison would be like just simply going to prison would be too light for her, you know? But then like death would be the easiest way out too for her. I don't know. But I definitely want to see how it ends. She's a monster. I don't know. Pisces were this ill will, this dark. I know Pisces are crybabies and habitual liars, but this turns into darkness. Yeah, I think she's just a demon. I don't even think it's about astrology anymore. I think Chrisean is an actual demon. I've thought that for a while though. Cause the way she has like no regard for anything or anyone is what makes me think she's a demon. Like she's just rude and nasty. She has no second thoughts whatsoever about just straight up taking people off of this earth, how it's going to affect their families or anything else. I think Chrisean is just the actual demon. That's why I think that's where that darkness comes from, is that she truly is just a demon. Um every time Ciara comes on, my very chill dog leaves. They know. They know. They know. Babies know, the animals know, all that. Even sometimes I think I've told y'all before, sometimes Chrisean will get done talking and I feel like I just have to go pray. Especially when she starts praying. Like that video I posted earlier, I had to take a few moments after that. Hearing her do all that praying and stuff like that, and I don't know what her intent is behind it, and it's being played in my house. Mm, no. Sometimes I just can't do it. Just making Miracle Whip. Who needs to pay for what he did to that child? He does. That's why I don't really feel no way for real about Chrisean putting a hit out on Blue. I don't really like feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for Blue at all because Blue has shit that he has to pay for too, and he is also evil and disgusting. So I can't feel sorry for Blueface, and I definitely can't feel sorry for him because he chose to stay locked in with Chrisean for this long. Like after Blue Girls Club ended, Blue should have just completely cut ties with Chrisean, especially when she started doing shit like breaking into his house and getting the police involved and shit like that, and getting on live and telling her sister that she was being held hostage and Blueface wasn't even in the house, and turns out she just broke into the house and the people that were in there were telling her she needed to leave and she wanted to play like she was in a hostage situation. That situation right there should have been enough for Blueface to be like, fuck no, I'm never dealing with this girl again. But he chose to keep playing with her for all this time, and this just is what it is. You know, the Beano feet looking got me. Yeah, and then it came out that she told Beano to post it, and she tried to lie and act like she was mad that he posted it. But Hot Tea Hot Chocolate exposed that she was the one that actually told him to post it because she thought she was doing her biggest one. Basically, she wanted to get up under Blueface skin. Like, I mean, that's the same thing as Jaden though. Low key, she made that video with Bravo because she wanted to get up under Blueface's skin, and then it backfired on her. I don't know where this whole thing of using our body and getting men back with another man, and I don't know where that came from. And I wish any young girls that are watching this video, or any, you don't even have to be young. If you want to know how to get a man back for anything, especially if like he's still on your body for real, like it's not like he don't want you or nothing like that, just be quiet. Pay that man dust. If you really want to get a man back and get up under his skin about something, just be quiet. If he texts you, don't text him back. You don't have to turn your red receipts on to be extra petty or nothing like that. No, let his mind wander. Let his mind wander. He send that text. Don't reply to it. Don't do nothing. If he call you, don't call him back. Don't mention him on social media. If he's sitting around talking about you on social media, just ignore it. Just act like he don't even exist. That's what's going to make him hurt more than anything. And then while you're being quiet, you keep leveling up in life. You want to go back to school, go back to school. Now that you don't have him and you're not focusing on him, replace that with something else. Go get a new job, go get back in the gym, something like that. That's going to bother them more than anything. But you having sex with another man and sitting up sucking on a man's feet and letting him record you do this, that, and the third, that's not it. I don't know where y'all get that from. Hopefully y'all stop though, please. Um, uh, um that's not cute. Do better in life. If you want to get someone back, success is the best revenge. Absolutely. Success in silence. That's the best revenge. But do not put yourself in a position to get some kind of disease or get pregnant, or even just the embarrassment of the actual tape coming out. Because Jaden, like, we know she tried to sit up online and act like she was happy that the tape came out because she was getting more niggas. But where are these niggas? Number one. And number two, your kids are going to see this. Like, what Jaden did was not smart at all. The whole thing backfired on her. And now she's just still miserable and drunk and everything else. Just silence and success. That's it. Yeah, just let him go. You don't have to keep going back and forth with him. It's been a month now that Blueface and Jaden have been going back and forth online. And I know Jaden's fans, they love to keep talking about, oh, well, he keeps mentioning her and she keeps mentioning him. They're twinning. They're doing this exact same things because both of them miss each other. Speaking of which, did y'all see Kai Bands was in the club with Yaya? I'm gonna do a video after we get off live on it. But did y'all see it? And did y'all see the comments from Jaden's fans? I told y'all when it's over, when it was over between Kai and Jaden, that Jaden's fans were gonna switch up and they were gonna act like they didn't think anything of Kai and blah blah blah. And actually, I didn't even go check Kai's comments. Let me go see something. Because I know they're in his Kai bands. Let's see. Here we go. So on the picture of Jaden and Kai, somebody said had to unfollow Kai. He just chasing clout. That was 4 hours ago. So y'all mad y'all are mad already. Here's somebody else go. Jaden fans unfollow him. Let's go. I knew y'all were gonna do this. I knew y'all were gonna act like this. I knew it. What? Hmm. Let me see if anybody else posted something. Okay, so what's this I just saw about you and Yaya? You a busy young man, ain't you? Oh, somebody auntie doing the most. Um. um, Let me see if they were on this. Hold on. Yeah, Yaya Mayweather. Um, yeah, I think Blueface is dead behind the eyes too. I've noticed that. He doesn't look like he has really anything left in him. So maybe that's why he doesn't mind hanging out with Chrisean is because he just like it just is what it is at this point. He because Blueface knows supposedly he knows about the statement. I would have a hard time believing that he doesn't know that she also put a bag on his head. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he knew. But it seems like at this point he's just like it is what it is. If you're gonna kill me, you're gonna kill me, you know? Um, no wonder they are fault. Yeah, that's them. That's them. I don't understand why they mad. It was a PR relationship. A blind man could see that. Yeah, because even this video of him in the club with Yaya, he looked more into Yaya than he's ever looked into Jaden. If we want to be real about it, you know, I don't think I've ever. He wasn't. It didn't look like him and Yaya were in a relationship or anything like that. But he looked like he was way more interested in being there than he's ever looked with Jaden. Speaking of psychology, I wonder if Shepard Pratt had an MK Ultra going on and hmm. That's that's actually a good question. Actually, I never even thought about that. Hmm. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna have to go down another rabbit hole now. Uh, Jaden is built like a box of Cheerios. Don't let her fans see that. They say she's not botched or nothing. Snipped like a Barbie. They stay swapping bodies. Yeah, everybody's just getting passed around. There's no type of uh lust decorum in the lust sector at all or anything. Everybody's just a pass around. And I saw something back around the time Kai and Jaden first started their little PR relationship or whatever. And somebody said Jaden was about to start getting passed around by lower level rappers. And I feel that. I feel that. I wouldn't be surprised if next week Jaden had another lower level rapper. You know, she was saying that the ball players were all in her DMs and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if another lower level rapper or the help of some other kind ended up in her DMs because she loves fucking on the help. You know, we have yet to see Jaden with a rich man, even though she claims that that's what be in her DMs. We've never seen her with one. You know, the security guard and the road manager is Jaden's that's Jaden's caliber of men she has to choose from. Jaden's like SpongeBob with the BBL. Hey Ann, and her butt her butt still looks like a ramp. If I was a little kid and had a Barbie shaped like Jaden, I would be scared. Me too. Me too. Uh, you know, Sadie said Jaden allegedly got her BBL done in a garage, or that's what it looks like. And I don't know. You know what? Jaden's BBL, it might I don't know how BBLs work for real as far as like when you start like working out after them. But Jaden's BBL might be all right if she hadn't like got in the gym and built her legs up. I don't know how it would look for real since it's a BBL. But I feel like if it would help it would at least help a little bit if she would actually go to the gym and do like 3 leg days a week. Put a focus on protein. I think she would be I think it will look a little better. It might not be 100%, but I think it will look better than what it does. Because Jaden just has these little skinny legs. Have y'all ever really looked at Jaden's legs? She don't have no muscle tone in her legs at all. Like none at all. It's like big on. It's like I won't say big. I'll say normal size on the top, and then it's like she has these little skinny chicken legs with the ant booty. But I think if she just worked on her legs a little bit, it will look better. Now she's shaped like an Afro pit comb. Um, her legs are too bony for all that. Yeah, they're very skinny. Her legs are extremely skinny. Extremely skinny. I think Jaden should have never got the BBL in the first place. But if she she didn't need one. She really didn't. If she could have just started going to the gym, putting a focus on weight training, and she would have been fine if she had built some muscle. But them little skinny ass legs with that fake ass, it doesn't give that. It doesn't give what she thinks it gives at all. At all. Um if Chrisean escape, I'll contact my friend from different countries. I don't think she's gonna escape. I don't think she's gonna escape. She they all hate on Nevaeh being natural, not wanting to do makeup every day, and I personally like to see that. I do too. I think especially not just in the circus, but like today's times in general, it's nice to see people that don't like they don't feel like they have to be made up all the time just to impress other people. It's nice to see someone just be comfortable in their own skin. Because like I said, Nevaeh is not ugly. A lot of people like to say, like, you know, she does have like similar features to King Harris or whatever, but I don't think Nevaeh is ugly. And if we want to talk about like just raw natural beauty, I think Nevaeh is the prettiest one in the circus. Chrisean, if she wasn't such a weirdo and running around picking out her eyelashes and a missing tooth and just nasty, Chrisean's looks too, they're ruined by how evil and nasty her spirit is. Because who you are on the inside will absolutely bleed out to the outside. And then Jaden has just completely destroyed herself. All kinds of surgeries and fillers and all that drinking she does that just puffs her face up and makes her look all bloated. I think Nevaeh is the best looking one. And I know people are going to be mad and, oh, she's ugly. She's this, she's that. That girl is not ugly, bruh. Just because you see somebody that doesn't have makeup on and they don't feel the need to go get lip fillers and have these 3-pound eyelashes on all the time and all that shit, that doesn't mean they're ugly. It really doesn't. Um, and then too, like a lot of people talk about like how Nevaeh dresses and she just be laying around the house for real. She's pregnant. The girl is literally pregnant in the house when Superior's not at daycare or school, whatever he's in now. She's dealing with him, cleaning, she probably resting, everything else. Like, do y'all expect her to get up every day and, you know, just basically get ready like how she did for the stream with Adam 22 and Lena? Y'all expect her to do that every day, 8 months pregnant? I don't understand. I don't understand why people like come for her looks the way they do. I really don't. It just you know, I'm not a fan of like saying people are haters in the circus or anything else. I'm not a fan of it. But when you do shit like that, just come for somebody because they don't feel the need to put makeup on, that shit like that gives hater. You know, because it's not. Once again, it's not like she's ugly. So what's the issue with her just have not wearing any makeup or anything? I think Rella is pretty too. I I just forget about Rella, honestly. I do. I do. I have to be reminded of her, but I do forget about her. Um, you forgot about Rela too. I forget about her. I really do. Um, maybe I don't know. I guess it's because she's not as active in the circus, or she's not like we don't get daily Rela content or anything like that. And I hope, since we're on the topic of Rela, I hope that by the time she has her daughter, um, she's changed her mind about naming her child Carlissa, and I hope that she's changed her mind about being locked in with Carlissa. I really do. I don't know. At this point, if she's having Blueface's baby, I would literally just have the baby and go on with my life. I would not try to get connected to the circus at all. Not at all. Um, Jack Nicholson. Is that let me not name any movies. The name is familiar, but I can't place it. Hold on. Oh, uh, oh, I was completely wrong about who I was thinking it was. And the baby, the she want to name her baby Carlissa. I don't know why, but she wants to name her baby Carlissa. Mind you, really, Rila does have a very fire body and skin tone, but I think she's too tall for Blue, but she is pretty. I still haven't went and watched the clips from her and Carlissa linking up. I saw like the I guess like the preview of it or whatever, but I haven't went back and watched the full clips. I don't know why Blueface doesn't really deal with Rila, honestly. Cause I get the too tall thing, but at the same time, Ashley was tall too. Cause I think Ashley is what, 6'3"? And maybe it is just he doesn't well, I was gonna say maybe it's her skin, like maybe she's too dark, but at the same time, I I don't know. I don't know why it is that Blueface just doesn't I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking when I think about Rila's kid and how Carlissa is starting to get close to her, it's like now I started thinking about like what Dre exposed about her yesterday, and if the only reason she's um getting close to Rila is so she can take her baby, basically. Or she can start exploiting her kid. Because she already exploits Journey. But maybe she's about to start exploiting Rila's kid. I don't know. But I feel like I gotta second guess everything I see with Carlissa now too, just like I do with Chrisean. Um that's what I said too, was that Rila reminded me of Callie. And maybe that's why Blueface don't really mess with her like that, because she reminds him of Callie too. But I've always said that she looks a lot like Callie. Even the way they talk, they almost sound alike sometimes. I don't know. Um Kai got a tat, I believe, yesterday that says been paid, and then today the footage of him with Yaya. Oh, that would make sense too, though. That would make sense. Because it was about time. They've been doing this little PR relationship for like what, like 6 weeks or something like that, maybe a month. I don't know, but it's about time. It's time for it to wrap up. I wouldn't, you know, I would hope that it wouldn't go on any longer than this. I think she'll take Kaylis's name out once baby is here. Hopefully. Because I don't want to hear about. I barely want to hear about Carlissa. Um, I don't want to hear about Carlissa Jr., baby Carlissa. I don't at all. Rila is not dark skinned, is beautiful, but she ain't that. Yeah, I don't think she's dark skinned. I think when we talk about like Blueface's preference or whatever, it seems like he's usually drawn to like lighter skins. But at the same time, he said that he liked ebony corn that one time, so I don't know. But it seems like for the most part when you see him out with people, when you see him out with these girls, they're lighter skin. Um I wouldn't give Carlissa the time of day after she said F your kids. All of them, hopefully Nevaeh, like now that they've fallen out this last time, Nevaeh actually stands on business. But when it comes to Jaden, especially, and now we see Rila do it, um, all that like talking disrespectful to you and or your kids or your unborn kids in Rila's case, and then you make up with her. I don't. Nah, that's not how that works. And for some reason, Carlissa is the same as Chrisean in that regard too. Like Chrisean just gets away with everything. People let her slip and slide. They link back up with her, forgive her a million times. Um, Carlissa does the same thing. Carlissa and Chrisean are literally the same person. I swear they are. Um, mm, Blue is colorist. Yeah, I think he might be too. Honestly. I think it's more colorism and futurism. Like if they have the features that he likes, he'll talk to them. Yeah, I think that's what it is too. I don't think Rila is dark skinned. I just think she's darker than what his preference is. Um I saw a dark skin model the other day, and oh my god, the beauty of that very dark skin amazes me. I'd love to have dark skin. Yeah, I be telling my husband sometimes that I wish I had his skin tone because he's darker than me. I have more of like I'm not a light skin. I don't like when people call me light skin, but I'm like a caramel color and I have like red undertones. But I would love to have darker skin. I love my skin, but I really do love dark skin. I always have. And I think it's beautiful, but I don't unfortunately, some black people, they have a self-hatred complex, and They think the lighter, the lighter skin you have, the more superior you are, and you look better and things like that. And I don't think that's true. Um, but unfortunately some people have that thought process, and some people have those preferences. Um, it just is what it is, honestly. Um, mm, mm, mm. Black people have so many different tones and undertones and deep richness, different shades. People need to stop calling everything light skin and calling everything dark. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think it's just dark skin and light skin or anything like that. But I think too, over time that's kind of been almost like indoctrinated into the black culture too. And I wish people would get past that. But, maybe this generation, it seems like this what are we on, Gen Z now or something like that? It seems like they're more conscious of things. So maybe they'll be the ones to turn it around. Maybe. Probably not, but hopefully. Um Rila Carlissa Porter. Ugh. So now I'm thinking too, is Rila I have two thoughts about Rila right now that I'm thinking. All that shit that Carlissa said about Rila, right? And it's turned up as Rila's mom and aunt were. Now I'm low key thinking, is Rila like setting up a play with Carlissa? Like she doesn't really plan on her being cool, but she's just trying to get close to her so she can get her back. Or is she using the same play as like Chrisean, where she tried to name her baby after somebody so she can keep like a link to that, to the circus or something. You know? I don't know. Something, we've been talking about how we don't think Nevaeh is like she's not there for like she has a different purpose of being in the house still with Blueface. I'm starting to wonder what Rila's purpose is too. Like what she has going on. Cause I get it, she slept with Blueface, of course. She's saying she's pregnant, cool. But the whole thing with her linking up with Carlissa is throwing me off, especially after Carlissa has said so much just straight up disrespectful bullshit to her. What is the purpose of them linking up? What is the purpose of not Carlissa, but Rila all of a sudden wanting to be cool with Carlissa? Because there's no way that Rila is looking at this shit and being like, "Oh, I want Carlissa to be a part of my daughter's life." And no. No, no, no. I know I've been talking about like not using abortion as birth control or something like that. But and I hate saying this cuz I don't want to make it sound like Rila's baby is like a mistake or like she should do it or something like that. But I'm just saying in general. So I'm not even saying with Rila, I'm saying in general. If anybody else gets pregnant by Blueface, just go to the clinic for real. Cause it's enough at this point. It's enough. Like in this special case with Blueface, if anybody else gets pregnant by Blueface, just go ahead and go to the clinic. Like no other children need to be introduced into this shit at all. Blue doesn't need to have any more kids. Carlissa doesn't need to be involved with anybody else's children. Chrisean definitely don't need no more kids. And do y'all somebody let me see if I can still find it. I think somebody sent it on Twitter. But allegedly, hold on, let me pull it up. Allegedly, Junior is not Krishan's first baby. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. I have to go back and look for it. But word on the street is Chrisean. Wait, hold on. Is this it? No. I have to go back and look for it. But supposedly, word on the street is Chrisean, when she was a teenager, when one of the times that she was in Shepherd Pratt or whatever, she had she was pregnant when she went in and she had a baby while she was in there. And supposedly it was a little girl and she came out all deformed. And they said that she only lived for a few days. Supposedly. Like I said, I gotta go back and see if I can find it. Somebody took a screenshot from uh one of the reliable chats and sent it to me, but I can't. I want to say somebody sent it on Twitter, but I can't find it. I'm gonna go back and look for it. Um, but yeah. And I can't say that I'm surprised because Chrisean has been a whore for a long time. And even though she says that she's had 3 abortions for Blueface, supposedly that's not quite true. But at the same time, she had abortions for Ronny. And I don't know if that kid that passed away was Ronnie's kid or not. I don't know whose baby it was. But yeah. That's crazy, ain't it? But that's what I mean, like, when we talk about, like, stuff that like, not everybody knows, only certain channels have this information. And I just get so sometimes I'll go over there. Now that I have my own YouTube channel, I don't be over there as much. So other people that be over there, they'll send me stuff sometimes. Um, but yeah, like that's what I mean when we talk about like behind the scenes information. Some people actually are connected to this and they tell what's going on. Which is honestly that comment that I showed y'all earlier about somebody talking about the information that Traplore Ross was putting out or whatever. That's how he got that information was from other people having knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes. Of course, along the way, it got twisted up because he was still giving the wrong name in it. But that's how it started out was people have knowledge of what's going on behind the scenes. So it's not, this stuff doesn't just come out of nowhere and like people aren't just making up shit all the time. Some people do make stuff up, but there are some people that are trusted sources out here still. No wonder it's easy for her to not give a damn about Junior as well. Yeah, I don't think Chrisean, number one, I don't think Chrisean would ever give birth to a healthy child. And that's not something that I'm wishing on her or anything like that. But I don't think that she would ever give birth to a healthy child. Just how she operates on her own and as many people as she's taken off this earth and she's ruined families and things like that. I don't think that she would ever be blessed with a healthy child. I'll say that. Chrisean really does have the womb of death. I think she does. I don't think she would ever give birth to a healthy child at all. A woman this evil and demonic, she likes to call other people demonic, but it's really her. A woman like Chrisean, I don't think they would ever be blessed with a healthy child ever. I remember that Chrisean was pissed at Charla and said, "Can I get rid of like the others?" Yeah, I remember that too. I remember that. She don't, like I said, no regard for human life whatsoever. Like the way she talks about pregnancy and children and stuff like that. No. Because y'all remember, well, a lot of y'all haven't been around for that long. And I might have to go find the receipts on this too, and we'll talk about it one day. But back when Callie had her second son, and I forgot what his name is, but when she had her second son, he was premature and he had to stay in the NICU, right? And Chrisean, I don't remember how it was that Chrisean and Callie and Carlissa got into it or anything like that. But Chrisean, there's text messages where Chrisean was making fun of the fact that Callie's son was in the NICU. Like, that's the type of shit that Chrisean does. And then when people, when we call stuff out about Junior, people get mad about it. Like, oh, stop talking about that girl and her baby, blah, blah, blah. But she's done the same thing so many times. Very vile, very egregious person. Let me read, or let me give y'all a shout out for the jewels, and then we're going to get up out of here. I have to do this video on Jaden real quick, and then I'm going to go lay down because I am tired. Thank you, Tenacious Tallow, for the 440. Tenacious Tallow for the 200. Black Gypsy for the 82 jewels. Or actually the 680. Oh, it keeps going. 82, 600, 80, 250, 100, 380, 250, 10, 2. Thank you, Black Gypsy, showing out. Mama Mia JT, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. I don't know what her professional skill set is, but Whoopty is someone I'd want teaching my kids, running my business, or by my side in the trenches. She's awesome. Thank you. I used to be in leadership for a while after I got out the army, and now I work in logistics. But yeah, I've led quite a few people in my life, That was sweet though. Thank you. I appreciate it. Black Gypsy, thank you for the 10 jewels. Chantrell, thank you for the 12. Black Gypsy, thank you for the 250. Melanin Mommy, thank you for the 2. Black Orchid, thank you for the 10. Doc Baney, thank you for the 30. Black Orchid, thank you for the 2. And Black Gypsy, thank you for the 80. I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all showed out tonight. Let me get y'all a little
cash, make the coochie go woo woo.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all. But yeah, y'all, that was it. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live tomorrow. We might. I want to try to get caught up on some of the content tomorrow. So if I do too many videos, we probably won't do a live. I don't want to burn myself out on it. But if not, I'll probably do. We'll see what's going on Thursday, and I might just do lives on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week. We'll see what's going on with the circus, though. There's a lot going on right now, and I'm not gonna lie, it is hard to keep up with. It seems like every 2 minutes there's something new going on, but I'm gonna do my best to keep y'all up to date with everything. Danny, thank you for the 650 jewels. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.